There are moments in life when your heart seems to break into 1,000 pieces, and the pain is so intense that you wonder if you'll survive. When the love you offered with all your soul doesn't return, when the person you chose doesn't choose you back, it feels like the entire world is collapsing around you. But what I'm about to reveal to you next may completely change your perspective on this devastating experience. Archangel Gabriel, divine messenger of truth and revelation, whispers a profound message to all those who are walking through this valley of tears. Not all loves we experience were meant to stay. Some come into our lives not to remain, but to awaken us, to show us capacities of our heart we never knew existed. Have you ever wondered why some people enter your life so intensely, awakening feelings you never imagined you could feel, only to leave soon after? Why does the universe allow you to connect so deeply with someone who won't remain by your side? The answer lies beyond what your eyes can see in this moment of pain. When you love someone who doesn't reciprocate your feelings, or when a love that seemed eternal comes to an end, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. Every tear shed, every sleepless night, every moment of longing is a sacred process of transformation happening within you. Archangel Gabriel reveals that these unrequited loves are disguised teachers, sent from heaven to expand your capacity to love and be loved. Think about this. Before that love that didn't return, did you know the depths of your own heart? Did you know you were capable of loving so intensely, that you could give yourself so completely? This experience, however painful, revealed aspects of yourself that might never have surfaced otherwise. You discovered you're capable of loving beyond your own limitations, beyond fear, beyond reason. Unrequited love is not a failure. It's an initiation. It's the universe preparing you for something greater, something your heart cannot yet fully comprehend. Each person who passes through your life and doesn't stay is fulfilling a divine role, teaching you to love more purely, more detached, more elevated. There's something very important you need to know right now. The pain you feel is not waste. It's divine alchemy transforming your heart into something stronger, wiser, more compassionate. Archangel Gabriel wants you to understand that this experience is refining your soul, preparing it for a love that is truly deserving of everything you have to offer. Before continuing the message, write in the comments this mantra: I trust in the divine wisdom that guides my loving steps. Now, continuing the message, perhaps you feel lost now, as if you don't know how to love anymore, or whether you should try again. But know that this feeling is temporary. What's happening is that you're learning the difference between loving with desperation and loving with wisdom. When we love with desperation, we cling, we try to control, we suffer when we're not reciprocated. When we love with wisdom, we offer our love as a gift, without expectations, allowing the other to be free to choose. You are being taught by the angels to love in a more elevated way, more mature, more connected to the divine. This doesn't mean you should become cold or distant. It means you're learning to love with an open heart, but without losing yourself in the process. You're learning that your worth doesn't depend on being chosen by someone specific, but resides in your divine capacity to love and be loved. Archangel Gabriel reveals that there's a greater plan in motion. While you suffer for a love that didn't return, the universe is orchestrating future encounters that will be more aligned with your true essence. People who will be able to recognize and value the depth of your heart, who will know how to reciprocate the love you offer so generously. Your current pain is a portal. It's a passage between who you were before and who you're becoming. On the other side of this experience, you will emerge as a more whole person, more aware of your own worth, more capable of recognizing true love when it appears. You are being molded by heaven for something extraordinary. It's no coincidence that you're going through this now. There's something even deeper happening. The universe is preparing you to receive a love that will be so beautiful and true that you'll understand why the others didn't work out. But for this to happen, you first need to complete this inner transformation that is underway. The truth that Archangel Gabriel wants you to understand is that there's a fundamental difference between love and attachment. When you attach yourself to someone, you're trying to fill a void within yourself through that person. When you truly love, you offer your heart as a gift, without conditions, without expectations of return. The pain you feel now is teaching you this sacred difference. Often, what we interpret as true love is actually a projection of our unmet needs. We see in the other person the solution to our loneliness, the answer to our feeling of incompleteness, the key to our happiness. But genuine love doesn't seek to complete itself through another. It overflows from an inner completeness that already exists. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, sometimes removes certain people from us, not out of cruelty, but out of compassion. There are relationships that, if they remained, would keep us stagnant in patterns that don't serve our spiritual growth. There are loves that, however intense, are not aligned with our soul's greater purpose. Think about those relationships you idealized in the past, where the person seemed perfect, where you felt you had finally found the right person. Now, with time and distance, can you see that there were aspects of that connection that weren't as harmonious as you thought? This doesn't diminish what you lived, but shows how our perception can be shaped by the need to fill internal voids. Archangel Gabriel reveals that each unrequited love is an opportunity to look within and discover which voids you're trying to fill through other people. Perhaps it's the need to feel validated, to feel important, to feel complete. When you identify these needs, you can begin to fill them through your connection with the divine, through self-love, through recognition of your own completeness. There's a greater force working in your favor, even when everything seems to be going against you. Every door that closes is redirecting you to a door that will open at the perfect moment. Every no you receive is protecting you from a path that wouldn't be best for your spiritual evolution. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments 333 to claim it. Do you know what's one of the greatest gifts that unrequited love can give you? It forces you to develop a deeper relationship with yourself. When you don't have the distraction of a relationship, when you need to deal with loneliness and silence, you're invited to discover who you really are beyond your relationships. It's in this space of solitude that you can hear your own inner voice, that you can connect with your true desires, that you can heal old wounds that might have been influencing your love choices. It's a sacred time of reconnection with yourself, of developing your individuality, of strengthening your own identity. Archangel Gabriel whispers that you need to become the person you'd like to meet. If you seek someone who is compassionate, develop compassion. If you seek someone who is integral, cultivate integrity. If you seek someone who is capable of loving deeply, deepen your own capacity to love, starting with yourself. There's an alchemical process happening within you right now. Pain is being transformed into wisdom. Loneliness is being transformed into self-knowledge. Rejection is being transformed into divine redirection. You are being molded by heaven to become a more elevated version of yourself. If this message is resonating with your heart and you feel it arrived at the right time in your life, consider making a small contribution through the "Thanks so much" button. This gesture of gratitude helps us continue bringing messages of light and hope to people who, like you, need spiritual guidance in challenging moments. Your contribution, however small, is an investment in the continuity of these messages that can touch and transform lives. When you understand that every love experience, whether reciprocated or not, is an opportunity for spiritual growth, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become a co-creator of your reality. You understand that there's no lost love, only transformed love. The love you offered that wasn't reciprocated didn't disappear. It expanded your capacity to love and will return to you multiplied. Divine timing is different from human timing. While you may be in a hurry to find love, the universe is working behind the scenes to align all situations, all people, all circumstances, so that when the right moment comes, everything will fit perfectly. Your only task is to trust the process and continue working on yourself. There's something even more beautiful being prepared for you, but that's not all. There's something even deeper happening that you need to understand about the sacred purpose of this experience you're living. What I'm about to reveal now may completely transform your understanding of love suffering. Archangel Gabriel shows me that there's a sacred purpose behind every broken heart, a spiritual reason for every tear shed over love that didn't return. You're not going through this experience by chance. You're being prepared for something magnificent that you can't yet glimpse. When we observe nature, we see that the strongest trees are those that have faced the most intense storms. Their branches became flexible so they wouldn't break. Their roots deepened to find sustenance. Their bark became more resistant to protect what's most precious within them. Similarly, Your heart is being strengthened through this painful experience. There's a spiritual law that few know. The greater a soul's capacity to love, the greater will be its capacity to feel pain when that love isn't reciprocated. This isn't punishment. It's an indicator that you possess an extraordinarily large heart, capable of loving deeply and truly. Your pain is proportional to your capacity to love, and this is a divine gift. Archangel Gabriel reveals that some souls choose experiences of unrequited love even before incarnating on this earth. They know they need to develop certain qualities, like compassion, forgiveness, detachment, inner strength, and that these qualities can only be developed through specific experiences. You may have chosen this painful experience as part of your spiritual growth. Think about how many people around you live mediocre relationships, where there's no true connection, where love is superficial or based only on convenience. You, who feel so deeply, who are capable of loving with such intensity, were not made for this kind of shallow love. You were made for something extraordinary, and that's why you need to go through a more intense preparation process. The pain you feel is sacred because it's purifying your heart of unrealistic expectations, of limiting patterns, of fears that prevent you from truly loving. Each tear is washing your soul, preparing it to receive and offer a more pure love, more elevated, more aligned with your divine essence. Before continuing the message, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. This helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message. There's a fundamental difference between suffering for love and suffering for attachment. When you suffer for true love, there's a beauty, a nobility in that pain. It's the suffering of someone who is capable of loving selflessly, of someone who can connect deeply with another soul. When you suffer for attachment, there's desperation. There's an energy of neediness that consumes and destroys. Archangel Gabriel wants you to understand that your current pain is teaching you the difference between these two ways of loving. You're learning to love without losing yourself, to offer your heart without becoming dependent on the other's response. You're developing the capacity to love divinely, where the act of loving is more important than being loved in return. Something deeply transformative is happening in your emotional life. You're being freed from old patterns, from limiting beliefs about love, from expectations that only brought suffering. The love that didn't return is opening space for a more mature love, more conscious, more aligned with who you really are. Have you noticed that some of the most beautiful songs, the most touching poems, the most profound works of art were born from broken hearts? It's no coincidence. The pain of unrequited love has the power to open creative and spiritual channels that remain closed when we're in emotional comfort zones. Your sensitivity is being refined. Your capacity to understand human suffering is being expanded. This means you're becoming a more compassionate person, more empathetic, more capable of offering comfort and understanding to others going through similar experiences. Your pain isn't just yours. It's preparing you to be a channel of healing and love for other people who will need your understanding in the future. Archangel Gabriel reveals that there are souls who are natural healers, who possess the capacity to transform pain into wisdom, wounds into bridges of connection with others. You may be one of these souls, and your current experience is part of your spiritual training to fulfill this greater mission. When you stop resisting the pain and begin to understand its sacred function, something magical happens. Pain transforms into compassion. Suffering transforms into wisdom. Loneliness transforms into connection with yourself. You stop being a victim of the experience and become a co-creator of your transformation. There's a superior force working through every experience you live. Nothing is random, nothing is wasted. Each person who passed through your life and didn't stay had a specific function in your spiritual growth. When you understand this, you can honor these people and these experiences, even if they brought pain. Your story of unrequited love is actually a story of self-love being developed. It's a story of discovering your own completeness, your capacity to be happy regardless of external circumstances. It's a story of spiritual awakening disguised as romantic disillusionment. What I'll reveal in the next block will connect all these points and show how your current pain is opening the path to a love reality that will exceed all your expectations. We've reached the most important moment of this message, where Archangel Gabriel reveals the deepest truth about the sacred purpose of your love suffering. What you're experiencing now isn't just a painful experience. It's a spiritual initiation that's preparing you to receive a love that will be so deep and true that you'll understand why all the others didn't work out. There's a spiritual concept called karmic love and another called dharmic love. Karmic love is the one that comes to teach lessons, to heal old wounds, to break limiting patterns. It's usually intense, turbulent, and often ends in pain. Dharmic love is the one that comes to support your life mission, to grow together with you, to create something beautiful and lasting in the world. Many people confuse the intensity of karmic love with true love. They become addicted to the emotional roller coaster, to destructive passion, to extreme highs and lows. But Archangel Gabriel reveals that dharmic love is different. It's calmer, more constant, more nurturing. It's the love that makes you grow toward your best version, not the love that consumes and diminishes you. Your current experience with unrequited love is closing the cycle of your karmic loves. You're being graduated from the school of love suffering to enter the university of conscious love. Every tear shed, every sleepless night, every moment of pain was a preparatory class for this new phase of your emotional life. Think about how you related to love before this experience. Perhaps you were more impulsive, more willing to lose yourself in the other, more dependent on external validation. Now, observe how you're becoming more discerning, more aware of your own limits, more capable of loving while preserving your individuality. This is the evolution the universe was seeking to promote in you. Archangel Gabriel wants you to know that someone is being prepared for you in the same way you're being prepared for that person. While you develop self-knowledge, compassion, and emotional wisdom, there's a soul going through its own growth process. When you meet, it will be a union of two whole people, not two halves looking to complete each other. The difference between the love you knew before and the love that's coming is that the next one will be based on mutual recognition, not on need. It will be a love where you'll choose each other every day, not out of neediness, but out of genuine admiration and spiritual compatibility. It will be a love that will expand you both, that will support you in your individual missions, that will create something beautiful in the world. But for this to happen, you need to complete this phase of healing and growth. You need to learn to be happy alone, to value yourself regardless of others' approval, to cultivate a rich and meaningful life that doesn't depend on a relationship to be complete. When you reach this point, you'll be ready for dharmic love. Divine timing is perfect, even when it seems slow to our human perception. Each day you spend in this healing process is one more day of preparation to receive the love you deserve. It's not wasted time. It's time invested in your spiritual and emotional evolution. There's a special energy that surrounds people who have gone through the pain of unrequited love and emerged stronger on the other side. They develop an emotional depth, a genuine compassion, a capacity to love that is rare and precious. You're becoming one of these people, and this is a gift both for you and for whoever will have the luck to be loved by you. Archangel Gabriel reveals that your capacity to love hasn't diminished with pain. It has been purified. You haven't become more closed or distrustful. You've become wiser and more discerning. You haven't lost faith in love. You've developed a more mature understanding of what true love is. When the right love comes, you'll recognize it not by the intensity of passion or the euphoria of the beginning, but by the peace you'll feel in your heart. It will be a love that won't need to be forced or pursued, that will flow naturally, that will feel like a return to the home you didn't even know you were looking for. Until then, honor this time of preparation. Cultivate your inner life, develop your talents, build meaningful relationships with friends and family. Dedicate yourself to causes that touch your heart. Become the most interesting, most complete, most loving person you can be. When you're radiating completeness and joy, you'll naturally attract someone who is on the same vibrational frequency. Remember, you don't need someone to be complete. You are already complete. The love that's coming won't come to fill a void, but to celebrate the fullness you've cultivated within yourself. This is the difference between love based on need and love based on abundance. Your story of pain is transforming into a story of rebirth. Your experience of unrequited love is becoming the foundation for a reciprocated love that will exceed all your expectations. Trust the process. Trust divine timing. Trust the wisdom of your heart that is being refined by the angels. Archangel Gabriel blesses you with the certainty that better days are coming, that the love you deserve is on its way, that your current pain is just the preamble to a joy you cannot yet imagine. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to hope with renewed hope. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I trust in the divine plan for my love life." Share your experiences in the comments. If you like this video, like it and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.